I feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You ought to make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that! It's a wrap. Game over.
Nope, this game is not over. Just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by, I'm sitting on the wrong side. I got to let you see it. Jones Media and ENT. So there you go. JM&E in the house right here on the lunch break. I'm AJ Jones and glad to be back. Was gone pretty much all of last week shooting the last touches on The Last Hurdle. That's the life and documentary of Dr. Sharifa Barksdale, an Olympian who has an amazing life story. Big shout out to all the folks down in Harriman, Tennessee. Boy, when I say literally, they rolled out the red carpet for us. They went above and beyond. So to the mayor of the city, to the planners, to the folks that volunteered, to all the great folks over at Harriman High School. Those young people are amazing. The principal is amazing. The faculty and staff got a chance to tour the school. They're doing some innovative things in that little bitty country town. So let me just say this, man. I am very proud of what went on this past week. Glad to be back, though. Glad to be back in my chair. Got a little tired, fatigued, but I'm ready to get it in on Talk Your Team Tuesday. And man, did we have plenty to talk about from this weekend. From college, big surprise win by Texas Southern over the Southern University Jags. Got to give TSU some love. And then got to give some love in the NFL. Man, did Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts shut some people up last night. I am so tired of the experts. Oh, you can't teach accuracy. One thing you can't teach is accuracy. Both of them was accurate as Hades last night. And led their teams to blowout wins over other teams that were supposed to be pretty good. Supposed to be, but they weren't last night against those two quarterbacks who showed you that maybe you can't teach accuracy, but they're pretty doggone accurate compared to what everybody thought that they would be. So great job by Josh Allen. Great job by Jalen Hurts. Can't wait to see how those young men do in their career in the NFL. Those are going to be some of the things I'm going to talk about on Talk Your Team Tuesday. Going to talk about the accuracy of the quarterbacks based on quarterback rating. I'll give you how the quarterbacks ranked in quarterback ratings. And I got to give you the winner of this week's lunch break. Keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Got to give you the stats. Got to give you the rankings. Last week it was Erica with a K. This week in my future voice from 8 Mile, we got a new champion. We got a new champion. It's not B Rabbit. It's not B Rabbit, but it is someone who I think is going to be surprised because from what I understand, they did not let them know that they won yet. I'm even going to put up the rankings through the first 2 weeks of where everybody stands because remember, you can win the weekly prize for 18 weeks, $50 cash. But if you're the top 6 at the end of the season, you'll compete for $500 cash. You will compete for $500 cash if you're in the top 6 at the end of the season. So I'm going to let you know where you stand today. All that right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E and streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3. Let me take my first break. Give me a sip of water so I can get ready. I think when I come back, I'm going to let you know who won the $50. When I come back, I'm going to let you know who won the big 50 right here on the lunch break. We'll be right back right after this.
Looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson and welcome to
Go Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
All right. We back at this thing. It's the Lunch Break Talk Your Team Tuesday, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3. I'm back in the air chair in the studio. Glad to be back. And I'm telling you, man, there's no place like home. No place like home. Although, again, Harriman, Tennessee did a phenomenal job. I love the city. 6 lights. They had six street lights. And, man, I tell you what, everything was literally within 5 minutes. Everything literally was in 5 minutes. It's about 30 minutes from the airport in Knoxville, about 30 minutes from there, but everything was right there. And again, the people did a phenomenal job. Very grateful. I met a great pastor there, met some phenomenal people who picked me up from the airport, didn't know me from a can of paint, but picked me up from the airport, took me for a great meal at a nice fish restaurant. And man, I tell you what, bro, I am grateful. I would go back to Harriman in a heartbeat. In fact, I've been invited back down by a basketball Hall of Famer, lives in Harriman, about to go back down and start working on that person's documentary, and just some other good things going on down there. One of the pastors invited me back to come and minister at their church. I said, only caveat is I'll do it under one condition. We do a home and home. We do a home and home. We do like Alabama and Texas. We do a home and home. So he agreed, and we'll see how that works out. I'll be inviting y'all to tune in when I'm down there. So anyway, let me get back to it. Somebody won $50 in this week's Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. It was a tough week for everybody. It was a tough week for everybody. I'll mention those who were 500 or better. I'll mention those who were 500 or better. And here we go. Let me say, honorable mention this week. Honorable mention. At 8-8 this week was Britt. Britt from Atlanta, Georgia was 8-8. Les was 8-8. Football G, which I now understand stands for Football God, was 8-8. Who is this? 423 492. My interns were trying to tally up your score, and all they had was that you were 8-8. So whoever the 423 492 number is, it's not saved. So let me know who you are. Willie G was 8-8. Big Time Floyd was 8-8. Emmanuel was 8-8. Keisha Kelly was 8-8. Chi-Town was 8-8. Big Mike was 8-8. Delano was 8-8. That's it on the 8-8 crew. Then we had a couple of 9-win people, and thank goodness that we asked for multiple tiebreakers. All right. Miss Pearl, how you doing, Miss Pearl? She was 9-7. Good job, Miss Pearl. Todd, with his crazy self, was 9-7. And Keith Hennick came in strong at 9-7. So, again, thank goodness we had to go to the tiebreaker and find out on how to rank those 9 and 7s. But before we got to the tiebreaker, one of the last scores that we tallied up was none other than Al High with the win all by himself. 10 wins, took it this week. Al High was 10-6. And congratulations, Al High. You won $50 courtesy of the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, the Sports and Wellness Doc, Dr. Alexia McClurkin Johnson. Again, you go to sportsandwellnessdoc.com and let her know that you are grateful for her contribution. Also, the Hartwell Clinic. Man, mental health is no joke. I know some really great people who can help you through some of the toughest challenges in your life and, just give you regular maintenance. You can check in on a monthly basis. They'll let you know you're doing all right. That's the HartwellClinic.com. And of course, AJ Jones Insurance has dropped his money in it. AJ Jones Insurance. L Dub says, I'm playing this week. That's the good thing about it. You don't have to play every week in order to participate, but you want to play every week. You want to play every single week because when you do, you can compete for $500 cash if you're in the top 6 at the end of the season. So L-Dub says he's in this week. Glad to have you, brother. You know you always welcome. And he also welcoming back to Houston. Now, let me do this real quick. Let me give you the overall standings through week number 2. And I got to thank my interns, man, because they put together a nice little presentation. So let me bring it up. Destiny, Ebony, and Kev, the producer. Mwah! Y'all are amazing. All right, so here we go. I know the title is long. I want it long. The Lunch Break, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge standings through week number 2. All right, here we go. Right now, I know y'all can't see this, but let me blow it up and I'll read to you what it says. All right. At number 1 through 2 weeks is none other than Al High. He's got 19 wins. At number 2, my frat brother Noop Sands Delano. He's at 18. Tied for number 2, Big Mike, all the way from Portland by way of Dallas-Fort Worth. He's tied for second at 18. And then we got a bunch of people tied at the number 4 spot. Keith Hennick, Chi-Town, Keisha Kelly, Emmanuel, Erica. That's it. Those people, if the season ended today, would be competing for $500 cash, because they would make up the top 6 plus some. And that's why we got to have those tiebreakers, because we need to know who to cut off that number 6 at. All right. Right on the outside looking in, Big Time Floyd with 16, Amber with 16, T-Bone with 16, King Doc. Are you down with the King? He's a couple of wins away. Milo, a couple of wins away. Todd is right in there. Willie G. Again, the 4-2-3 is in there. Lanny is in there. C-Dub, Alice, they're all in there. They're all in there. So, again, that is the current standing right now. Top 6, Al High, Delano, Big Mike, Keith, Chi-Town, Keisha Kelly. Those would be your top 6 right now. All right. Johnny Cole, where your picks at, man? Where are your picks? Johnny Cole talking about MIN. You guys send me your picks, man. Let me tell y'all how this works. I'll even pull up the schedule so y'all can see what he's at. See what he's at. Hold on. You guys send me your picks this week by Thursday at 6 p.m. Thursday, 6 p.m. I need those picks before the Steelers and the Browns kick off at 7:15 Central. Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, you got to send me your picks, all right? And I need from the Thursday night game, all the Sunday games, and then the Monday night Cowboys-Giants, I need the exact final score for both teams. Exact final score for both teams, all right? Don't give me the total. Give me the exact final score for both teams, because that gives us multiple tiebreakers, and y'all going to find out there will be plenty of tiebreakers that will come into play. As you just saw, for that number 6 spot, you got several people with the same score, but because of tiebreakers, we can rank where they go. All right? All right, so got to have those picks. How do you get them to me? Text me by 6 p.m. Central on Thursday at 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005, or email me, aj@jonesmediaandent.com. That's aj@jonesmediaandent.com, and you'll get one of the interns, either Destiny, Ebony. I don't think Kev, the producer, actually does the tattling on the on this part of it, but those two ladies do a phenomenal job. They'll send you a message back that simply says, got them. If there's something missing or something wrong and you got it in before 6 p.m. on Thursday, they'll reply back to you and say, hey, I need this, I need that. I think they did that multiple times this week on the final scores of the game. But right now, we got to say congratulations to Al High. He won that $50. He won the 50. Give it up for him. Great job, Al High. Great job, Al High. All right, Johnny Cole, the coach. Johnny Cole's HBCU stroll. What a show yesterday with his brother LC Cole, man. I tell you what, that LC is a bad boy. And the two of y'all together, man, y'all should be coaching on the sidelines together right now somewhere. Right now somewhere. These ADs and team school presidents want to win championships. Little hint for you. Get them Cole boys. Get them Cole brothers. All right? All right. Keith Hennick says, congratulations, Al. Congratulations, Al. All right, let me take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this. Talk Your Team Tuesday. I got to get into that NFL work after this. We'll go NFL and we'll wrap up with college. We'll do all that next right here on the lunch break.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
All right, big shout out to Mr. Vinny Hardy. Vinny Hardy, I was on his show when we were talking about the Kentucky Wildcats. Destiny just leaned over to me and told me that it is he who has that 423 number. So we'll make that correction, Vinny, and we'll make sure you get recognized. I think you're top 17 in the standings right now, Vinny. You're top 17 in the standings. You had 8 wins and 10 wins. Won it this week. So appreciate it. All right. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Some great games, but there were plenty of games that I did not see coming, nor did many of you. When I look at the standings, I don't have it up in front of me. Let me pull it up real quick. When I look at the standings, the one game that tripped up the most folks was the Arizona game. Second was the New York Jets. Only one person got the Jets right. Only two people got Arizona right. What about the Giants? Now, a lot of people had the Giants, but Arizona and the Jets were 2 games that really caused people some trouble in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Look, we got analytics now on the show, and I told them to dive in deeper to the stats. And yeah, listen. A couple of those games tripped me up as well. Let me go to them. All right, NFL Week 2. So I had Kansas City over the Chargers. I did not have Jacksonville over the Colts. I did not have that one. A lot of y'all thought Jacksonville was going to win. In fact, let me see how many people had that one, the Jacksonville over the Colts. Jacksonville, 2 people. Only 2 people had that one. Only 2 people had that one, according to the stats. I didn't have that one. I had the Saints over the Buccaneers, but I didn't know they were going to be out there squabbling. See, when you squabble, it throws everything out the window. Once you start squabbling, folks get motivated. Folks like, all right, no problem. You got me. So once they squabbled, the Saints went down, Tampa Bay went up. And I will admit, Jameis Winston played probably his worst game as a member of the New Orleans Saints. 3 interceptions is inexcusable. You cannot turn the ball over that much. I can't defend that. I feel like it's one bad game out of a record of 6-3. He'll be fine. He'll be just fine. He will bounce back. But let me also say this. The New Orleans Saints offense looks totally different without Sean Payton running it. And I said that going into this season. I don't know where to put the Saints because I don't know who's going to be calling the offense and if they will be anything close to what Sean Payton was. And so far, they are not. Yeah, they had a great comeback week 1, but last week was a game that they could have and should have won, and they could not make the offensive adjustments. Yes, Winston turned the ball over, but still, you got to find a way to get back in it and win. Hey, Erica Cross, how you doing? You're in the top, I think you're in the top 10 in the current standings on the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Again, congratulations to Al High. He had 10 wins and got this week's win. Boy, tough week. Again, tough week. All right, so that's that game. The other ones, here we go. I had the Steelers over New England because I heard that Mac Jones had a bad back and, might be questionable for that game. Clearly, that wasn't the case. The Patriots won a close one on the road, 17-14, gave Bill Belichick his first win of the season. Texans-Broncos, I had Denver, but after watching the game, that was a game that the Texans could have and should have won. I was on the press conference with Coach Lovie Smith, and on that presser, he said that there were just a couple of plays in that game that turned the tide. One of them was like a 3rd and 16, 3rd and 14, and the young rookie cornerback left the receiver to kind of play the open flat. The receiver kept drifting and found an open space, and Russell Wilson put it on him for a crucial first down late in the game on a down that they should have been able to get off the field, get Davis Mills and that offense back out there and try and put up some points. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. That was a crucial play. Now, I will say this after watching that game, a lot of bright spots out of Derek Stingley Jr. He made great plays. He made plays that were not so great. And I said that as a rookie starting at cornerback in this league, you're going to have some joy and pain. You're going to have some sunshine and rain. Yes, I'm quoting Frankie Beverly and Mays. So, again, you live with it, you got to die with it. That was a game they could have and should have won. Pep Hamilton's offense got stymied. They couldn't put it in. But I also will say this. Davis Mills did not play well. Davis Mills did not play well. He has got to play better. And you got to realize Pep Hamilton is taking an inexperienced quarterback and trying to make something serious out of him. This was one of those games where he was more inexperienced than he was successful. So when it came down to it, they could not get the win. All right, Cowboys and Cincinnati. This Cooper Rush thing is about to get crazy. From now on, anything that Dak does wrong, guess what they're going to be shouting? Cooper Rush, Cooper Rush, Cooper Rush. I don't think Dak deserves any of that. Dak Prescott is a franchise quarterback. Cooper Rush is not and never will be. Dak Prescott, franchise. Cooper Rush, not. He won a game against Cincinnati. Excuse me. What the Hades is going on with Cincinnati? You're 0-2, and you represented the AFC in the Super Bowl last year. I told y'all. Everybody said, hey, Cincinnati's going to be the team to beat in the AFC. I said, no, they're not. They're not even going to be the team to beat in their division. But anyway, for all you Cowboy fans out there, do not embarrass yourself running around talking about Cooper Rush being the man. He did what he was supposed to do. A backup quarterback is supposed to get in there and win when he's called upon. And that's what Cooper Rush did. What's up, Courtney Harden? What's up, CJ Harden? This brother's got a dynamite show as well. I got to get him on this show. I know I've been threatening, but we got to make it happen. Cooper Rush did what he was supposed to do. He went up there and got the win. He went out there and got the win. It was at home. Don't start with the let's replace Dak with Cooper Rush. That's embarrassing. That shows you don't know football. It shows you're a fanboy or fangirl. I'm just telling you, don't do it. It's not smart. It's not smart. CJ Harden will tell you. Courtney Harden will tell you that's not smart. If you're thinking that Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, you don't know football. That's fandom. That's not intelligence. It's definitely not football IQ. So you got the win, take the win, try and get the next win just in case Dak can't play. All right. Miami is obviously better than we thought. Miami is definitely better than we thought. CJ said, rep our squad. How about my Eagles last night? Bruh. I'll forego what I was already saying about Miami to talk about Philadelphia last night. And I'll say what I said earlier in my monologue to start the show. For anybody who still doesn't believe in Jalen Hurts as an NFL quarterback, and let me say it correctly, as an NFL franchise quarterback, you missed it last night. I don't want to hear any yeah buts. I don't want to hear, but he's got to do it consistently. Listen, that man has won on every level that he's played in, from Little League to Channelview High School to Alabama to Oklahoma. And now that he's got a shot in the NFL, guess what he's doing? Winning. And he's doing it multiple different ways. That man missed not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but only 6 passes last night and threw for over 330 yards. Plus, he accounted for 3 touchdowns. Did he throw an interception? Yeah, but he accounted for 3 touchdowns. He put up 18 points by himself. Okay. And that Eagles defense did more than enough. They had Kirk Cousins out there doing Kirk Cousins-like stuff. They had Kirk Cousins out there Kirk Cousining. I got to admit, I might have been wrong about that NFC East. I said Dallas. It might be Philly. If they're going to play like that offensively and defensively, then you know what? Philly might be the team to beat in the NFC East. And I don't mind being wrong on that one because I love me some Jalen Hurts. All right, let me take this break. I'll come back with more right after this on the lunch break. If you want to get in, Talk Your Team Tuesday, hit me up, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can text me on that number or email me, AJ@JonesMediaAndENT.com. AJ@JonesMediaENT.com. All right, be right back.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. And there you got a chance to look at all of the great shows on BS3 TV. In fact, I'm going to be on a good one tonight. I'll be on with King Doc and the Queens on Queen 3 and King tonight. We'll be talking about life after miscarriage. That'll be tonight, 7 o'clock Central, live on BS3 TV. Be sure to check it out. CJ Harden says Slay took over on defense. Could have had 4 INTs. Man, brother went beast mode on us. No pun intended from Marshawn Lynch. But Slay, I don't know if somebody said something to him. I don't know if somebody gave him the business on the sidelines or under the pile. But, man, he hit a switch, and that thing didn't glitch. He hit a switch, and that thing went to a whole nother, man, he hit the Z button. And that thing went off. He went off defensively. They literally had to cut off that side of the field. Wherever he was, they had to cut off that side of the field. So anyway, Ben Sutter III, what's going on, BS3? How you doing? Hey, shout out to Al High. He won this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. $50 cash for him. You can win too. Coach Cole sent me his picks already for this week. He ain't playing. Coach Cole said, I got mine in now. So if you want to get your picks in, text me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. You can email me, aj@jonesmediaandent.com. That's aj@jonesmediaent.com. Let me say it again. I don't know why my tongue gets tied up on that. aj@jonesmediaandent.com. Text me right there. You get a message back that says, got him. Got to have your picks by Thursday, 6 p.m. Central. Give me all the picks from Thursday through Monday night for the Monday night game. Give me who you think is going to win and the exact final score of that game. That will be the tiebreaker. That's how we know how to rank you right now. We just gave you the top 10. Again, Al High is up top, and you got a chance to get in here, all right? Get in here and get that money. Before the break, I was talking about Miami. They're better than we thought that they were. Everybody talked about Tua not being this, Tua not being that, and all Tua did was throw for almost 500 yards. Oh, he's got a weak arm. He can't throw. He don't know how to read defenses. 36 for 50 for 469 yards. The dude threw for 6 touchdowns. Yeah, but AJ threw 2 interceptions. He won the game. Y'all gonna leave these brothers alone, man. Y'all gonna leave these brothers alone. I remember watching a game where Russell Wilson threw like 3 or 4 interceptions and brought his team all the way back to win the game against Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay. Y'all worrying about stats in a negative way, and all these cats are doing is going out and finding a way to win. Talk your team Tuesday. If you're a Miami Dolphin fan, you go ahead and talk your stuff. Because right now in the standings, in the AFC East, it's Buffalo undefeated, and it's Miami undefeated. Come on, y'all. Oh, AJ, don't try to compare Miami to Buffalo. Why not? They're undefeated. They got the same record. You don't get style points for how you win. You get points for winning. Come on, Miami. If you're in the house, you make some noise. That's your team. Y'all deserve some love. They beat a very good Baltimore team. And for all who want to say, see, I told you, Lamar Jackson does not deserve a big contract. I got a Dolphins fan in the house. Erica Cross, I'm a Dolphins fan, and you should be. Dolphins are undefeated. They're balling. They're fun to watch. Tua is doing his thing. The brother-ish head coach that they got doing his thing. So, yeah, big shout out. CJ, when you going to play the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge? Where are your picks at? CJ, we're not getting your picks. What are you doing? I'm just asking. I'm not asking. I'm just asking. All right? Hey, CJ, miss you, girl. Anyway. Yeah, Lamar Jackson was not the reason that Baltimore lost that game. Lamar Jackson, 21 for 29, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Oh, yeah, and he ran for 119 yards and a touchdown. The man accounted for 4 scores. The man had accuracy out of this world, averaged 11 yards per pass. But he doesn't deserve a big-time contract. Oh, AJ didn't have any playoff wins. All right. Okay. Let him go. Don't listen. Teams kill me with this. We want you, but not really. We want you, but not really. So we do this thing called franchise tag. Man, please try to franchise tag your wife. Like, yeah, baby, I want to renew our vows, but I don't know. So we just going to do you on 1-year contracts from here on out. See how that works out. That, to me, is the biggest bunch of bull in the NFL, the franchise tag. If you want a player, pay them. If you don't want them, let them go and find out how life is without them. Baltimore fans, you don't want Lamar Jackson no more? Let him go. Let him go. Try your luck with whoever's out there. Whoever's coming out of the draft. Try your luck with them. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Be prepared to figure out how to stop him when he comes back to Baltimore, because he's going to come. So, yeah, Lamar Jackson was not the reason why that team lost that game. Lamar Jackson doesn't play defense. I'm sorry. No, sir, no, ma'am. All right. So, anyway, I didn't have that one. I had Baltimore winning that. The Browns and the Jets. Again, another comeback special. Got to give some love to Robert Saleh on the comeback that the Jets pulled off. Got to give love to them. They got the win, 31-30. Joe Flacco, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. The man turned back the hands of time. And the Jets ran the ball relatively well. 20 carries, 97 yards. They averaged 4.7 yards a carry. That's quality. That's quality. Oh, yeah, and they got the win. Jacoby Brissett, same thing. Cannot say that he was the reason why they lost that game. 22 for 27, 229, a touchdown and an interception. But again, he was not the reason why they lost that game. Cleveland ran the ball for 184 yards. What was up with the defense? Where was the defense? That's who you got to ask that question to. I got to get ready to take a break. When I come back, I got to talk about Baker Mayfield. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break, powered by Jones Media and Entertainment.
Discouragement, sorrow, distance. Your arguments cause damage to your family. The hurt leads to divorce. You feel like there is nowhere else to turn. But there is hope for you. That's where we come into play. There is an overcomer that lives inside of you. One ready to take on the world as you leap for joy, living in victory. You'll grow to love yourself and others. There's life after divorce, and you can claim it today. Get Over Divorce, where your new story begins here every Thursday on YouTube and Spreaker.
When I tell you I had the best time in the world down there in Harriman, Tennessee, filming the last pieces of the Last Hurdle, the life story of Dr. Sharifa Barksdale, a true Olympian. I got to thank her son, Javaris Blair. Got to thank her amazing daughter, Gentel Blair, better known as Grits. Again, amazing family. Got a chance to meet her 97-year-old mother, sisters. She got 2 sisters that sound just like them. If you close your eyes and just listen to the 3 of them talk, you wouldn't know who was who. You would not know who was who. So they're voice twins. They're voice triplets is what I call them, voice triplets. So it's going to be a great story. It'll be coming to theaters near you very, very soon. So stay tuned. Theaters or a streaming service near you real soon. All right. Let me finish this up now. Dolphin fans, y'all go ahead and go ahead and make some noise. But Carolina fans, what the heck happened? Baker Mayfield completed less than 50% of his passes for 145 yards, averaged 5 yards per pass, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. That's it? You're paying him what for what? What's going to be the excuse now? Oh, I was just so Emotionally, they were trying to get me. They were trying to get me. I just couldn't focus because they were just all so mean to me. This dude is very simply this: trash. He got a trash attitude. I know they made him a captain in Carolina, but that doesn't say much. This dude, I don't know what it is about him, but whatever it is, he just needs to shut up and play. I know y'all don't like it when athletes are told to shut up and play, but listen, they always tell LeBron to shut up and play. They always tell, other NFL black players to shut up and play. Baker Mayfield, shut up and play. You're not good. And anybody rooting for him, you're rooting for a guy that is not good. He is closer to being out of this league than he is to staying and being great in it. And if y'all haven't figured it out by now, let me just tell you, he is Johnny Manziel 2.0. I'll just put this up from Keith Hennig and I'll let it sit there. Let y'all read that because those is facts right there. Facts right there. Facts right there. Donna Coleman, help me. Let me put these up and just let me lead that right there. Facts right there. Facts. Carolina, you ain't going to win diddly squat with Baker Mayfield as your starting quarterback. I'll go ahead and say it. Hell, you had a better chance with Sam Darnold. At least you don't have the rectal hole element involved in it. Put that together later. Giants are 2-0. Giants are 2-0. And let me just say this real quick before everybody starts running on how great Daniel Jones is playing. 22 for 34, 176 yards, a touchdown, and no interceptions is not great. He's still well in the game management category. But they got 2 wins and no losses. So I'll credit you that. I'll credit you that. But let's not start calling him Danny Dimes like I heard on the national broadcast. Danny Dimes. Y'all so quick to give guys names that don't earn them. Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes? Danny Dimes. All right. Giants fan, y'all 2-0. If that's what y'all want to rock with that. If that's what y'all want to rock with that. Danny Dimes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Matty Ice, how'd that work out for him? Dude is 0-2 in Indy. Matty Ice. Don't fall for the Danny Dimes stuff. Just when you two, Daniel Jones, when you do an interview, just hey, listen, I'm just trying to win games. I'm just trying to win. I know Donna Coleman. Can you believe that? Dude threw for 176 yards in an NFL game. And they calling him Danny Dimes. Oh, how mediocrity has become the norm. All right, Commanders lost to the Detroit Lions. Congratulations, Detroit. Detroit, congratulations. They finally got a win, man. They finally got a win. They beat a Washington team that they should have beaten. I think I had Washington in that one. Detroit got the win. San Francisco is an interesting bird now. Trey Lance is done for the year. So now we don't have to worry about how good will Trey Lance be. What's the Trey Lance experience? And I give credit to San Francisco for swallowing their pride and bringing Jimmy Garoppolo back for at least one more season and saying, hey, Jimmy, if something happens to Trey, will you play? Garoppolo, yes, sir. What did he do? Went out there and got a win that they needed. They beat the Seattle Seahawks 27-20. I had San Francisco in that one. The Rams all over the Falcons, 31-27. Again, the Rams got their first win of the season. But before we go and start talking about how Marcus Mariota ain't the guy, he threw for 196 yards, averaged 7.5 yards a pass, and 2 touchdowns. 2 big interceptions, though. Need him to take those interceptions and turnovers down. And I think Atlanta is going to be, they're going to win some games this year. Let's see, Cardinals, Arizona, and the Raiders. Y'all made all that fun at Kyler Murray this offseason when he got his big contract and the fact that some asinine general manager had the nerve to put in an embarrassing must practice or must study clause from a franchise that have two key executives that were arrested and convicted for drinking and driving. And you're going to embarrass this young man by putting an asinine clause in his contract and revealing it. And all that man did was play his behind off last night and got a win with his arm and with his legs. That dime that he dropped, not Danny dimes, but real dimes that he dropped for the 2-point conversion to win the game. Ain't a lot of quarterbacks that can make that throw. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that would try to make that throw, let alone nail it. So congratulations, Kyler Murray. You're everything that Baker Mayfield wished he could be. You are a true starter. You are a true franchise quarterback, and you doing it. You doing it, brother, in spite of what they really think about you. I feel like going Ice Cube, no Vaseline on them today, boy. This is what they think about you. Here's what they think about you. Y'all ain't nothing without Kyler Murray. Oh, my gosh. I would have told the Bidwells to move me out. I'm telling you, brother, if they had pulled that asinine junk on me, man, I'd be rocking a whole nother jersey. It was good to see J.J. Watt out there, too. It was good to see J.J. Watt out there. Cardinals beat the Raiders 29-23. Packers all over the Bears, 27-10. No surprises there. Buffalo, again, all over Tennessee, 41-7. And the Eagles, 24-7 over the Vikings. All right, let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. Try and wrap it up right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with the Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
Hey, man, that BS3 family is strong, man. That BS3 family is strong. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? All right, listen, we got to get ready to go. Before I do, I got to again say congratulations to Al High. He had 10 wins in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Al High with 10 wins on the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge won $50 courtesy of the Sports and Wellness Doc, Dr. Alexia McClurkin Johnson. You go to her website, sportsandwellnessdoc.com, sportsandwellnessdoc.com, and let them know you heard about them from the lunch break. And then if you need some help just kind of figuring things out, you need somebody to talk to, somebody who's going to listen to you, check out the Hartwell Clinic, the THE Hartwell, HARTWELL clinic.com. Let them know AJ sent you. And then my insurance company, if you need life insurance, if you need mortgage insurance, if you need final expense insurance, whatever you need, we even got the UIL insurance, Universal Index Life Insurance. If you need that, you just let me know. Hit me up, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. I'm never going to oversell you. I will never give you more than you need coverage-wise, all right? All right. So anyway, let me just go over two things, and I'm wrapping it up. In the NCAA, no real surprises, but some teams to watch out for as being suspect in the top 25. teams to watch out for being suspect in the top 25. Number 1, Wake Forest. They're number 19, and they barely beat Liberty 37-36. Watch out. They might not be for real. Florida, number 18, barely got by South Florida 31-28. I don't want to hear in-state rivalry. That's Florida State, not USF. Florida might be suspect. Keep an eye on them. Michigan State ranked number 11, and they got walked on by Washington 39-28. I don't know, Mel Tucker. I don't know. It's hard to repeat and duplicate what you did the season before that. And I told y'all this, that BYU was not who they said that they were. BYU was not who folks thought they were. Now, I'm not for the chants that some of the fans were making against the BYU fans and team. But as a team, BYU was not the number 11 team in the country. They shouldn't have been ranked that high. And again, congratulations to Oregon team for a big win. So those are the teams I want you to watch out for on the top 25. They suspects, all right? All right, tomorrow, Winning Wednesday, I'm going to make sure Al High gets his money. We'll try and get him on the show if possible. And I'll be going over quarterback ratings, and we'll be going over power rankings in the NFL. You know, I do those every year. I'll also have my SWAC power rankings, MEAC, and anything else you want to talk about on Winning Wednesday. So, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it except meet me here at noon tomorrow for Winning Wednesday. Al High, congratulations on winning the Big 50. The Big 50. All right, y'all. We're out. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. Number 1, Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis has said the investigation into alleged interference into the Georgia 2020 presidential election has revealed credible allegations that serious crimes were committed. The first black woman to serve as Atlanta's top prosecutor said she believes the fact-finding part of the case will come to a close before the end of this year. Willis added the investigation will put a temporary hold on all public activities on or around October 8th, 1 month before the midterm elections. Number 2, while other states, including New Jersey and New York, have passed legislation largely curtailing the use of cash bail for pretrial detentions, the state of Illinois is going one step further in January. The state will eliminate cash bail entirely. House Bill 3653, known as the SAFETY Act, authored by Illinois Legislative Black Caucus, was approved by the Illinois General Assembly last year. This brings significant changes to things like police training policies, police accountability, transparency in law enforcement, and the rights of detainees and prisoners, according to Senator L.G. Sims Jr., who sponsored the bill. Number 3, thousands of people without homes across the country who found relief in motel rooms during the pandemic are now facing uncertainty as those hotels close. Special government funding during the pandemic is dwindling and leases are coming to an end. Cities from Anchorage, Alaska to New Orleans, Louisiana have ended or are winding down their hotel programs, which offered a good alternative to packed homeless shelters amid the spreading of COVID-19. Number 4, an Oakland resident was placed in handcuffs by police after a couple accused him of driving their stolen vehicle. However, the truck actually belonged to the black man. Nicole Hirsch's husband was sitting in his vehicle when a couple approached him. His truck had work tools in the back. Minutes later, multiple Oakland police vehicles surrounded him. The couple's currently exploring legal options. Number 5, few things cause more financial distress and anxiety than credit card debt. If you're struggling to make minimum payments on credit card balances, there are some tips to help you reduce the amount you owe. Read more about it in today's newsletter, brought to you by Texas CPA Katrina M. Kraft. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. A good communicator says what they mean, and they mean what they say. All right. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian extraordinaire Damon Williams and political contributor Cameron Riley as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the American Heart Association and Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.